Hello, Ducks fans. Welcome to another episode of Quack Report, where we got popcorn.
You got popcorn. I don't have popcorn. I got beer at least.
You should have got. Okay, that's okay. We got popcorn and beer. We're almost as good as going to Honda Center to watch the game live, or your other favorite arena. Except we're free. The only downside is you also don't get the popcorn and beer.
You know what else is free though?
What?
Goals at the Honda Center.
Yeah,
but not for the Anaheim Ducks.
You get a goal. Everybody gets a goal.
Yeah, exactly. 13 goals against over the last 2 games for the Anaheim Ducks.
It's not good.
And 3 goals for the Anaheim Ducks over the last 2 games.
Also, not good. A little bit later in the episode, we're going to talk about the halfway point and how things are better, but not great. I think, and I mean, that conversation did include the Bruins game, but definitely just these 2 games, taking them kind of on their own, you can see that maybe things aren't actually better in Anaheim for the Ducks.
Yeah, which you'll hear from me on the pre-recorded part, but I'll reiterate here. It's all right. It's all part of the plan.
Yeah.
I've just fully embraced, like 100% embraced. Like, I'm not going to talk negative anymore about, oh, actually, no, my notes say otherwise. I was going to say, I'm not going to talk negative about anything bad that we do. Yeah, no, I'll still pick at it, but it's all for the real Connor, Mr. Bedard.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to go past the real Connor part, but yes.
Connor Bedard. For real. If anyone knows what that's a reference to, please.
We got Way chiming in. At least the score was better than this game. It's true. Yeah. 7-1 to 6-2. Next game, 5-3 maybe.
Yeah.
Can we change our predictions?
No, they're locked in. Okay. Way also was in the chat for the watch party that we did for this Anaheim Edmonton game. So if you're watching live or if you're listening to this after the fact and you were in that watch party, though, thanks for hanging out with us. Way had some good back-to-back comments here as well from the watch along that I wanted to put in here because it perfectly encapsulates this entire game. He said, I just came back from something and oh God, the score. What? Unfortunately, this is nothing new.
Yeah.
And I think this was like halfway through the second period. He had commented this.
Might have been early third.
Or might have been, early third.
Yeah, somewhere in there. But
yeah, that about sums it up. So 6-2 Edmonton over the Anaheim Ducks.
Yeah.
That was a rough game to watch. Like, honestly, if we weren't doing the watch party, and like I normally try to keep those kind of games on because I have to talk about them. That's a game I would have turned off, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I did with the Bruins one. Yeah, it's like I can watch the highlight package later, but like, yeah, it's like
I watched the highlight package. I didn't even watch like that actual game. So mind you, I was busy with dinner and then I went and played lacrosse that night. But yeah, kind of spared me, I guess, a little bit. So
yeah. Ellie says, ditch the jerseys. Yes, for continuity's sake.
Yeah.
Going into the next one. But don't worry, I got popcorn, which I have to make disappear before the end of this because otherwise the continuity is broken.
And I have beer that I need to chug.
Yeah. So, and then you need to sober up so that it makes sense timeline-wise.
It's only the second one. I'm fine.
Oh, yeah. But you got to be like fully sober.
Yeah.
I know I'm not supposed to eat on a podcast. It's like the golden rule, but it's popcorn. What are you going to do?
Yeah. How could you? How dare you?
Yeah.
This is a family-friendly show and you're eating on the show.
And just to be clear, I didn't just yank the popcorn away from my girlfriend. I was eating it and she was like, would you just like your own? And I was like, well, you can make yourself another one and I could take this one because it's like, it was mostly gone. And she was like, okay.
All right.
So we cut a deal. It's okay. I didn't just yank it.
Okay, so after this, I'm having pizza and popcorn. My girlfriend's going to think I'm high. No, I'm just hungry. We were talking about food on the live stream.
Yeah, it happens. It's late. we missed
Yeah.
Kenner. So Lucas says, can't get upset anymore about this game. Felt like Boston rolled through again.
Yeah, but it's not Boston. The Oilers aren't as good. They're still good. Don't get me wrong, but they're like second wild card spot. Good.
And they're like slightly more enjoyable than Boston. Agree or disagree?
I don't even like Boston, and I gotta disagree with that one.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. The Ullmark and Swayman alone make it for me. Those two tendies.
That's fair. They're nice.
Both together and separate. They're fun to watch.
Yeah.
And Pasternak. Love me some pasta.
Yeah. That's true too. So basically everybody but Marchand.
Yeah, pretty much. I can watch Marchand off ice stuff.
Yeah.
So
what about Team Canada Marchand?
I have all the time in the world for Team Canada Marchand.
Ali also says, if we get Bedard Carter, you should change your @ to Carter Potts 98. Why? I wasn't born in 1998. Connor Bedard's not going to change that.
Potard.
Carter.
That's what you got to change it to. Yeah.
Ali asks, and we can both answer this one, I suppose.
All right.
What do you add to your popcorn? Because garlic salt and Parmesan cheese is the best to add, plus jalapenos. Oh boy,
Ooh,
that's a whole meal in itself.
That's
But chicken, you can put chicken on there too, and then you got all the food groups. Maybe.
Chicken and popcorn. I'm drawing a line there.
I don't know.
It sounds odd.
Making
It's
a
something
joke.
I would
Making a
go
joke.
for. Something I would go for, but it doesn't seem appealing at first.
If it was put in front of me, I'm going to eat it. But question: would you have a chicken breast with corn on the cob?
Yeah.
So then why would you draw the line at chicken and popcorn? Same stuff.
The popcorn's done differently.
Fair. Okay. But yeah, I like to add a dill pickle to mine. I actually have this really good
just like a
dill
straight
pickle.
up dill pickle on it.
It's like like the dill pickle seasoning. I've got like a garlic dill seasoning from it's this local place in BC, and I can't remember the name of it. Otherwise, I would shout them out because it's phenomenal. But garlic dill seasoning, plus a little butter. That's usually what I do. So,
butter and seasoning salt is my go-to. Has to be seasoning.
Oh,
salt.
seasoning salt.
It can't just be salt. Seasoning salt.
I do love a good seasoning salt as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or there's this Cajun spice called Slap Your Mama.
Oh yeah.
Do a little bit of that if you want just like a slight bit of kick.
Yeah.
So,
then it doesn't make it mushy like jalapenos. So
yeah, exactly. So, but I keep my like normal popcorn just pretty plain. If we're talking like kernels or something like that, though, cheesy dill is always good, or Chicago mix.
Oh yeah, Chicago mix is a classic. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't just add it to popcorn though. Like it's got to be like made that way. So
yeah, exactly.
Ellie says the sports bar I go to is Boston Sports, so I'll be watching the Bruins win the cup there most likely. And Luke is saying, not going to say I have a Marshy sweater.
Actually, with Ali saying, okay, so this is going to be an episode of Carter trivia, apparently.
Okay.
Carter, the last team to win the President's Trophy and the Stanley Cup. Don't look at the comments, just in case somebody puts it there.
Okay. I'm guessing because we were talking Boston. Was it Boston?
No, it was not Boston.
Okay. Was it?
You're close in terms of years, though.
Okay.
I'll give you that hint.
Okay. Was it New Jersey?
No.
The early 2000s? No. I'll take one more guess here. I guess I'll say Chicago.
What year?
Well, I was going Chicago because I was like, well, there's 3 years, so I don't really have to pick a year. 2010? Or, yeah, 2010.
2013, the lockout shortened season. So that team went on a roll, won the President's Trophy, and won the Stanley Cup. That's been a while since the President's Trophy team has won a Stanley Cup, and it was quite a while before that even as well.
Yeah. Alice says you guys talked about this in an episode last season.
And Carter still hasn't learned. That's why I got to
No.
quiz him each season.
Yeah. Exactly.
Until it changes. Oh, all right.
But no, the 97 in my handle is not for McDavid. It's because the year I was born.
Both, we're both born 97.
Yeah, it just happens to be the same year. So Alex says maybe add some beef jerky.
Ooh. Teriyaki beef jerky in particular.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I guess we should talk about this game. Yeah. That was a really quick start for Edmonton. Is there slower than a snail? Because that's what the Anaheim Ducks were coming out of this game, into this game.
They were not ready.
There was nothing there. Nothing there at all. 2 goals for the Oilers in under the first 5 minutes.
Oh yeah.
I think the only positives I have here are the 2 goals. Honestly, I got
the 2 Anaheim ones.
Yeah, Carrick pushing towards the net. Just actually
stick on the ice and
actually getting in front there and gets a goal there. And
I'd love to see more of that, not just from him, but from the bottom 6 in general. Just plant yourself. Like, we've got a big bottom 6. Just plant yourself, stick on the ice, and
bottom
be ready.
6, top 6, bottom 4, top 4. Well, throw in the goaltenders at this point.
Yeah, I mean, we've got guys that can pass and we've got big bodies. Like, I don't know why we're not trying to score more goals that way. So.
And Simon Benoit's blast at the start of the 3rd period there, which is funny if you go back and rewatch the watch party there. So I'm like, oh yeah, it's a little bit late for like a shake up on the team, right? Because it was 4-1, 5-1 at that point.
5-1 at that
I
point.
think 5-1. I was like, oh, it's a little bit like it's a little late for a shake up. Like the Eakins should have pulled Gibson after the 1st period, and then right as I'm saying that, Benoit scores.
Yeah. Actually, it might have even been 6-1 because I think it was 6-1 at one point, and so that might have been.
6. Yeah, that was 6-1 heading into the 3rd period there. Yeah, Benoit was the only goal 48 seconds into the 3rd there. So.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't know.
From Leeson and Comtois.
Yeah.
Nice.
So what else do you have in this card before I talk a little bit more?
Actually, this was something that I just clued into now. That was good night for Max Comtois with assists number 1 and 2 on the season. So assisting on both goals there.
Took him that long for an assist?
Apparently. He was out for a while though, was he not?
I think so. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, but still
I'm just surprised that he
games,
hasn't had an assist yet.
Yeah, 30 games, 5 goals, no assists. So yeah, now that he's got 31, 5 goals, 2 assists.
All right.
Yeah. So good for him, I guess. But Way says, I guess I'm glad they managed to keep Oilers from scoring more in the 3rd.
Yeah.
I think that's a credit more to Stallars than anything because the shots were the same and the defensive coverage was the same too. So
yeah, it was non-existent. If less, because I think Stallars had 3 breakaways down on him and he stopped 2 of them and the other one went wide. Something like that.
Yeah.
If you want an idea of just how shots were in general, Sam Carrick led the team in expected goal percentage tonight.
Ooh. What more needs to be said?
And he did have a goal, but you know what? What more needs to be said? But I'm going to elaborate on it anyway.
Oh yeah, of course.
The expected goal percentage from Sam Carrick, team leading Sam Carrick, 44.15%.
Oh. Oh.
And just to give you a reference, Carter, you'll enjoy this one.
Mm-hmm.
Being the Oilers schmuck that you are. Cody Ceci was last in goals expected percentage for the Oilers at 53.7.
Oh boy.
The Oilers' worst was better than our best in terms of expected goals tonight. Or expected goal percentage. Sorry.
Yeah. Which is brought down by just probably an abysmal expected goals against for everybody all around. But
yeah. Jack Campbell didn't have to do a whole heck of a lot, like nothing too strenuous.
Mm-hmm.
Negative 0.35 goal save above expected. And what was shot? Yeah.
A 21 0.35. Oh, so kind of right where you should be.
Yeah. 21 saves on 23 shots for a .913 save percentage. Like it wasn't a busy night for Jack Campbell. However, at the other end of the ice, Anthony Stolarz, 16 saves, and he only played the third period, and he had 16 shots against.
Yeah.
And 16 saves.
That's what I love about Stolarz when he comes in relief, is he just puts up like a third period shutout. Or like maybe he'll let in a goal that he had absolutely no chance on, but generally he's like just so solid. You know what I want to see? I want to see John Gibson play start 82 games a season, but hear me out. He only plays the first 2 periods, and then Stolarz goes in for the third.
Oh, it's still too much for John Gibson to be playing. John Gibson didn't need to start this game either. He didn't. We had this conversation a couple episodes ago, and we're going to keep having it until Dallas Eakins is out of here. John Gibson, on the other hand, he had a rough night, and it was rough right out of the gates. And this is, I don't know, watching it, it's a bit on majority on the team in front of him, but I'm going to put it was another rough Gibson game. Again, he shouldn't have been starting this one. Start Stoli. Give the guy a break, please. Gibson ended the night 2 periods with a .838 save percentage and a negative 2.36 goal save above expected. That was just 2 periods of work.
Yeah.
Was not a great night. And
Lucas agrees with you here on Gibson. No, he doesn't. Serious abuse.
Yeah.
John Gibson.
Like, I get it that the guy's a contender and he wants to play in that kind of thing, but there's got to be a point as well where like you got to go, I'm not dealing with this shit.
Yeah. And like, right. I don't care how much you're making compared to the other guy. Like, we need to play this way if we're going to, have a chance at taking something from this season.
Oh, you want to know how rough it was for the goaltending tonight?
Yep. Hit me.
So the Ducks had 8 high danger chances on Jack Campbell. The Ducks allowed on John Gibson and Anthony Stolarz a combined total of 24.
Oh, boy.
24.
Mm-hmm. What was the Bruins one? I know that we're going to say it again later, but just for my...
I think it was 14.
14, yeah.
And so just for Stolarz alone was 7 high danger chances.
Yeah. So yes, John Gibson was bad, but when you're left out to dry like that, it's honestly impressive that Stolarz stopped all 7 and that Gibson then stopped. Quick maths. He would have 17 left over, and he stopped 12 of them. I mean, so when you put it that way, you stopped 12 high danger chances against.
Yeah.
Or 6. No, sorry. Allowed 6. So 11.
Well,
you stopped 11 and then allowed.
No, here, hold on a second. Where's
6?
Because I know Money Puck numbers will be slightly different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's saying for John Gibson that he allowed 2 high danger, 2 medium, and 2 low danger goals.
Okay. Gotcha.
And had 4 rebound shots against.
Okay.
Whereas expected to only be 2.4.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's not guaranteed that all of the goals were high danger chances. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, so I guess in that way, John Gibson stopped 15 of 17 high danger chances. So I don't even care about the low danger ones he let in. Like if you're letting in 15, or if you're stopping 15 high danger chances, then if you give up some stinkers, then like fucking obviously you're going to be exhausted.
Yeah.
So,
the Ducks put up 16 blocks, which isn't bad, but considering that the Oilers got a 53 shots,
yeah,
I would expect a little bit more.
Yeah.
Those are actual shot on net, like shots on net.
Yeah, we're kind of saying the same stuff about this one as we are about the Bruins ones. It's like, so there was just no, we had 2 days off. So presumably 2 practices and maybe a skate this morning. So 2 to 3 practices to work on things after the Bruins one. And evidently we worked on none of them.
Are you surprised?
Well, no, but like
we're past the halfway
what
point
are we
of the
doing?
season.
Then what is the coaching staff doing?
Getting paid $1 million+ bucks to have their thumb up their ass.
Is it just shinny every day? You're just gonna like
No, because that's
work on
actually
passes?
that's actually no, shinny's actually practical. You can actually learn and improve through shinny even.
Yeah, that's a good point. So I don't know.
I don't know.
We've I'm gonna come back to one of Lucas's comments here, but we've got Kevin saying, didn't know if you guys caught me at the end there, but I said I was glad I
did catch
late.
it.
Yeah. So he didn't have to watch that. Yep. Lucas saying, again, look at all the shots, can't see the crease again. Yep.
Yeah, he's not wrong. I just pulled it up there on Money Puck, and yeah, you can't see the specifically the top left corner of the crease. You can't see it.
Oh yeah, not surprised.
So
Kevin also saying, holy shit, almost an average of a shot on goal per minute.
Yep.
Not far from that. The other one I wanted to bring up from Lucas, and this is kind of transitioning into more of a positive. Hey, only 3 penalties. Yeah.
There you go.
That's not bad. We also went 2 for 3 on the penalty kill. So against the top power play in the league. So that's there's something to be said about that as well. Just unfortunately they got us, they being the Oilers. I'm trying to talk about it from the Ducks perspective. So
yeah,
if anyone's confused who I'm talking about, generally I'll be talking about the Ducks on this part. Yeah, like the Oilers just got us a 5-on-5.
Yeah, exactly.
Really. But so yeah, can't be mad about the special or the penalty kill. 0 for 3 on the power play. You'd like to see more from
something there, especially considering it was against Jack Campbell, who went into this game with an .877 save percentage, a .366 goals against, and a negative 12.5 goal save above expected on the season in 19 games. Like, just on the goalie alone, you would hope that something would get in on the power play. Because the Oilers are similar to the Ducks. I'll say similar, not the same, because they're slightly better, but they suck defensively too.
Yeah, and penalty kill hasn't been great either.
Yeah. The penalty kill is going into tonight's game was only 3 spots better than Anaheim's. Yeah. Anaheim went into this game 30th in penalty kill, 71.4%. Edmonton went into this 27th at 72.7.
Yeah.
So a percentage point 3 better. That's it.
Kevin also says, and Kevin, just right off the bat here, I'm going to say when the rest of the episode drops in the morning on whatever platform you usually listen to it on, we are going to talk about this in our midseason report. But Kevin says, PK has looked most improved from the team as of late. Yeah, you are 100%
Very
right.
Much.
We,
Very much.
At the very least, we figured out our penalty kill. So for now, and seemingly, even though in these games against the Bruins and the Oilers were absolutely horrendous, it wasn't because of the penalty kill.
No.
So there is that, at least.
Yeah.
And which is good, because if it was bad, it would probably be like 10-1 loss to the Bruins, 9-2 loss to the Oilers. Like, it could be a lot worse. So.
What else did I have here? I love that my second period, like I divided my notes up by period and then like tried to put it all together. I love that my second period note is just same as first period. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay, I got
for the third period, same as second period, also bullshit.
No, I said I put little late for change up, but
that one.
Benoit blast. The last 2 things I have here in the third period specifically are Kevin Shattenkirk related.
Oh yeah,
go figure.
Hit me with that Kevin Shattenkirk slander, because I have nothing bad to say about John Klingberg.
I'm gonna go later. I'm gonna go later into the game.
Okay,
and then go backwards.
Okay.
Specifically, just what a miss on the breakaway by Shattenkirk there.
Oof. You get a breakaway, you got to at least hit the goalie. Even if you put it right in the crest, it's better than just going into outer space, sending the puck into orbit. Like
watching the replay, I think Campbell just got the tip of his glove on it.
Potentially, yeah.
But I don't think it was enough that it like tipped it over the net. It just wasn't happening.
To the point where it was probably going high anyways.
Yeah. Now, the last thing, and I like as it was happening, I brought it up on the broadcast, and I think you started to see what I've been talking about the few times that I've brought it up.
Yeah.
So the Shattenkirk cross check, that wasn't needed. That was a bad penalty to take with 2:07 left in the game. Luckily, Zegras didn't get called for anything, nor did anybody else. But like Zegras causing shit at the end there as well, right? Like that's not needed. That's what I'm talking about when they're getting into fights and whatever at the end of the game. You just look like sore losers. You did this to yourself. Fucking take it.
Yeah, I do have an issue with tonight for sure. The other ones, like the other cases where it's happened, it's been like it hasn't like seemed to be the result of like being a sore loser. It's been like, okay, there was a net front battle and there was some pushing and shoving, and the Ducks are like, we're not just going to skate away because, oh well, the game's over. Like we're still not going to be pushed around. Whereas this one was like, I'm trying to think of a way to word it without sounding like biased towards the Oilers, but I don't think that's really going to happen.
I get it. Yeah,
but like this was kind of initiated more so by Shattenkirk, where he took the penalty and then he flipped the puck at Jan Mark, who he just cross-checked, and then
which I don't think that was intentional, but I did kind of laugh at it and went like, Shattenkirk, you're not that guy.
And then like the extra shot from Zegras, I don't have like it's not like it was against McDavid or Draisaitl, like it was against fourth liners, so like I don't really care.
Yeah,
like as if it was those guys, but in that way it comes across as like being sore losers, because it's like, okay, you're going on the penalty kill and now you're just like trying to stir up shit and like the game's over, like who gives a shit kind of thing. It's
not needed at that point.
It's not like initiated by the other team. If it was, say, Darnell Nurse had taken the cross-checking penalty and then kind of tossed the puck in the direction of, say, Sam Carrick, who he had just cross-checked, and then a scrum ensued that way and fight broke out, then I wouldn't have an issue with it because it's the Oilers initiating that. Yeah. So obviously the Ducks are going to stand up and say, we're not just here to get pushed around. And that's what it's been previously for me. But tonight I see more so the point you're trying to make. And I agree with I actually agree with you. So
it's not needed. It just, it makes you look like a baby.
Yeah.
Right. And that's Lucas, something, there's still 2 more games against the Oilers. And they're going to remember that, and they're going to call you out for it, right? Especially when it's April. They're looking like they're going to make the postseason, and they're laughing at you.
Yeah.
Because you're still with Dallas Eakins, who the Oilers know what that's about, too.
Yeah. Right? Lucas says here as well, frustration there, boys. Z came out of nowhere. Yeah, that is really what it is.
Yeah, there's better ways to take out your frustration. It's called go and play hockey.
Go and score a goal. Yeah.
Like, you didn't do that for 55 minutes of the game. You played hockey for 5 minutes in that game.
Yeah. I do have some other comments, and then we take a little break here.
I think I don't think I have anything else, actually. So it's whatever you want to talk about now.
Cool. Kevin says, boys lack patience, love the drive, but they need to realize their time is not here yet. Keyword there, yet. Lucas also saying, first period we suck, second period we suck again, third we suck some more, and notes.
Yep, pretty much.
And I like this one from Kevin. Hopefully Z took some notes from McJesus, the way he danced around him like a roasted Hawaiian pig.
That's a great description. Yeah, dude, that was a great move, I gotta say. But at the same time, someone's got to step up on McDavid. Please. Somebody do it.
Yeah, there's no time. All of a sudden, he's like behind the goal line, and then all of a sudden, he's in front of the net, and all of a sudden, there's a goal. So Lucas says the worst was the waste of power play. Even the crowd turned on him.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
when the
so
game
frustration
ended,
from the fans too. So
yeah, when the game ended, I just initially saw people stand up and clap, and I was like, oh no, they're getting a Bronx cheer. No, it was a section full of Oilers fans. Yeah. I was like, okay, it's not that bad, but it would have probably still been deserved.
Yeah, we're probably close to that point. So yeah. Well, I think we're at the point of the post-game show here where if you are listening to this after the fact, in other words, not live, then we'll take a quick break and you'll get the rest of the show. If you're tuning into us live, we will have just a little bit more discussion on the other side, but we'll take a short break for our friends over at DraftKings. And no matter which version of this you're watching, see you guys in just a minute.
The NFL playoff picture is locked in, and our go-to place for wild card round action is DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. To kick off the road to Super Bowl 57, new customers can bet just $5 and get $200 in free bets instantly. Plus, all new and existing customers can get a no-sweat bet each day of the wild card round this weekend. All you have to do is place any NFL bet of your choice, and if it loses, don't sweat it. You'll get a free bet backup up to $10. Action's so good, why bet NFL playoffs anywhere else? So, what are you waiting for? Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use the promo code THPN. New customers can bet $5 on the NFL and get $200 in free bets instantly. Again, that's promo code THPN only at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details.
Okay, I just have one question for you, and then we'll wrap up, and we will head to bed and let all of these other fine folks in the chat head to bed as well.
Sounds good.
We've been talking about embarrassing losses lately. This one against the Oilers, or the one against the Bruins on Sunday, 7-1 loss. Which one do you think, in your opinion, is the most embarrassing loss?
Between these two?
Just between these two. Which one? I guess which one's more embarrassing? And then I have a follow-up.
From what I can recall from the Boston one, I feel like the Edmonton one is. Just because there was nothing there.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing.
Yeah, that's fair. Lucas says Boston. So
that's fair.
Also in terms of goal differential, and it just kind of collapsed and let Pasta have a hat trick. Hattie by the second period is bad. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But it is Pasta.
And the two goals it is Pasta, but 2 goals in 20 some seconds. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still going with the Edmonton one because just right out the gate, like I was saying, less than 5 minutes, 2 goals against already.
Yeah,
2 goals on 5 shots.
There's embarrassing parts about both. So
yeah,
a couple more comments, then we'll get out of here. Lucas says, "I kind of wish Gibby would just get pissed and show it, maybe fire them up." Yeah, it's hard.
Guys already taken 8 penalty minutes this year.
Yeah,
he's already tried.
Hard to do it when he's already kind of done that before and it hasn't really sunk in. So.
Yeah.
And then we got Amon Lull chiming in with a yo-yo. Hey, welcome.
What's going on, Amon?
Glad you could join us. And he says, trade Gibson. Even just to give him something better. You know?
I feel like it would be hard to, 1, his cap, and 2, you see a performance like that.
Yeah, good point.
Like the last 2 games, even considering the team in front of him.
Yeah.
Right.
I think the only...
I feel like you're going to look at the performance alone and go, nah, I'm not sure about that. And then you're going to look at the contract and go, even half retained. Nah, not going to go for that. Reminder, he's making $6.4 million until the end of the 26-27 season.
Mm-hmm. I think the only team that would go for that would be like a Boston or a Pittsburgh if their number 1 went down just before the deadline. And they were like, we're already pushing our luck timeline-wise. It looks like our number 1's not going to be back. We need to trade for another goalie, another NHL goalie. And we need to figure it out later, kind of thing.
Yeah,
Boston and Pittsburgh are the only ones that come to mind for that.
Yeah,
so.
I think we talked about it a few weeks ago, and the team that came to mind for me that was like the perfect fit, but you're not going to do this at all is the LA Kings.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
But then again, maybe they figured it out with Phoenix Copley.
Yeah, he just kind of came out of nowhere. So yeah, but yeah, well, thank you again to everybody who tuned in, A, for the watch along, and B, for this live post game discussion. It was a blast, despite the result, if you're a Ducks fan. So yeah, it was. It's always great to hang out with you guys. Chat's always awesome. Good to see familiar faces as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we will be back, I guess, on tomorrow for the full episode, and then Monday as well for another episode that doesn't relate to these games that we've just talked about here. So potentially a different one in New Jersey, and hopefully a less embarrassing result. But
yeah,
Yeah.
Hopefully.
At Quack Report Pod on all of the things, and at HockeyPodNet is the network on all the things. Nate, if people want to, I don't know, what do we talk about on? I don't know. If people want to message you, send you a cute like cat GIF or something.
If you want to send me your dog photos, I'm always down for those. You can tweet those at me at Tatenamas, TATENHOMAS on Twitter.
Bonus points if it's dog photos of an Anaheim Duck player, like their dog. I mean,
Oh yeah,
yeah, not like Zegras as a dog. Although I'm kind of intrigued now. But like, if Zegras had a dog, then his dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like dog photos too. Why not send them my way at Carter_Potts, POTTS_97. Not for McDavid, for the year I was born. Yeah, thank you guys very much for tuning in. We will see you guys very shortly, and go Ducks go.